So a big question that people have is, when is Shiba Inu going to wake up and explode and make its next big move to the upside? But I think an even better question is, when is Shiba Inu going to, for the first time ever, drop off that fourth zero, entering the price of 301? Frankly, it's going to happen a lot sooner than people realize, and there are some suggestions that this may actually take place in the next 30 days. And there are some very interesting coincidences to what we saw in the past, and believe it or not, Shiba Inu has actually been a better performer than BTC during this bull market. I'm Luckside. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So I know a lot of people have questions, especially when it comes to my introduction, which I'll get on here in just a moment, talking about Shiba Inu outperforming BTC. But this question keeps arising. It keeps coming back up because, again, this would be a major milestone on the recovery for Shiba Inu, but also on the surge into a new era for SHIB. Again, a new zip code it has never been in before. And there are some suggestions out there that Shiba Inu could hit 301 by January. And what I have to say is, yeah, it's possible. Shiba Inu could hit 301 by January. Is that a guarantee? No, not at all. And the reason why I'm saying this is nobody knows what's going to happen in the crypto market in general. Nobody knows when we're going to get our next big surge. But the great thing is that there are some promising signs for SHIB in general. Okay. We talk about this resilience in terms of whales. We talk about this, long-term mindset in terms of holders. We talk about this removal of supply all the time here on the channel. It's kind of gotten us to this point where, fundamentally speaking, we're ready for basically this big pop. Okay. And we're waiting for that push. We're waiting for that burst of excitement. And maybe it happens starting this year. Maybe it happens starting next year. But what's interesting about this is, we were talking about Shiba Inu breaking out of this trend over the last 24 hours, and how this was actually very similar to what we experienced back here in the early part of 2024, where SHIB finally made its extension once it entered February. And believe it or not, it only took about 19 days for Shiba Inu to start to go parabolic. And by the time it made this 400%-ish move from these current levels that we're in, it took like 26 days. Okay. Fast forward to now, where that would actually put us in terms of a time standpoint is sometime in mid to late January. In fact, coincidentally enough, January 20th, Inauguration Day, guys, is 23 days from now. I think a lot of people have lost focus on the fact that we're going to be entering a new, very pro crypto era, a very exciting time, right? And that is going to be a big moment for the crypto market in general. Maybe we get some climbing up until that point and a sell off starting at that event. Maybe it takes some time, but we get hit with a big boom. We just got to be patient and obviously let this all play out. But again, we're seeing a lot of striking similarities to what we experienced in the last market cycle. And because of those things that are present, because of, again, a potential supply shock hitting, the same things that were present back here are present right now, but in a much bigger way. More holders, more long-term mindset, less available supply. And I don't want to sound redundant and keep repeating myself, but understand that this type of a move may in fact be in the not so distant future. And again, a similar percentage move takes SHIB soaring past soaring past the prior all-time high and kind of into this area that we're talking about right here. All right. Now, again, nobody knows what's going to happen. We're seeing a little bit of red right now in the crypto market after starting out on a green day. That's kind of disappointing, but we'll obviously see what happens as the day goes on. But just looking at Shiba Inu during this bull market cycle in general, we're doing some very important things. So really the bull market kicked off basically in October of 2023. So we're over a year into the bull market now. And since that time, you guys can actually see that SHIB versus BTC is actually slightly up. Okay. So since that time to now, even despite BTC pushing to 100K, Shiba Inu has actually outperformed BTC. And there have been a lot of time, actually most of the time, guys, where SHIB has been higher than, I don't want to say higher than BTC, has from a percentage standpoint been better than BTC. And in fact, where it's at right now, guys, it doesn't like to drop below these levels. If you guys haven't looked right here, apart from like flash crashes and quick wicks down, SHIB is kind of living in an era where it's going to outperform BTC. Now, this isn't a guarantee. This isn't financial advice or anything like that, but understand SHIB is going to be on a quest to get back up to these higher SAT ranges versus BTC. All right. And we may do some chop, right? We're obviously trying to fight resistance here. This is our trend. Wow, that was horrible. This is our trend currently that we're trying to fight against. So we may kind of bounce around here, but eventually there's going to be an up only part of this. And maybe it takes until later 2025. but SHIB is going to try to set a new high versus BTC as we get into later next year. Okay. That's just the way that assets work. We have to wait for adoption. We have to wait for these big inflows to take place. But the nice thing is from a fundamental standpoint, everything's looking really good. Okay. We just have to be patient. We have to let it play out. And in fact, it would not surprise me if even from now till later in the cycle, SHIB outperforms BTC substantially. So have a great day. Show your love below. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on what you think about this. Is SHIB getting ready to bounce? It sure looks like it is. It sure looks like the market's prepping for a move. And hopefully it happens in the next 30 days. So have a great day. Show your love below. Let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.